Well,
Yes.
we're home,
Yeah.
but we went yesterday to the beach.
We sure did. Daytona Beach in Florida.
Today happens to be National Florida Day.
Yeah, isn't that great? I think it's wonderful.
So we thought no better way on our YouTube channel than to show you the beach we went to.
Yeah.
And it starts out at the timeshare that Robin's cousins were staying in, which
Yep.
is called Ocean Walk.
Oh, beautiful place.
And it's right there, right there, smack at Daytona Beach. When we were younger, well, no, we don't want to tell you that now.
No, no.
Let's start the video. Let's watch the beach together.
Okay.
And then we'll reminisce, go back in time, and you'll visualize Robin in a bikini. You'll visualize me in like dumpy shorts.
And today is January 25th, 2024.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the beach.
Yay!
All right, so we started out at the resort, which is, again, called what?
The Wyndham Ocean Walk Resort. Beautiful place.
It's got a beautiful swimming pool. There's actually two halves to it, the North Tower and the South Tower.
Yes.
And the North Tower is timeshare, and that's where your cousins were staying.
Uh-huh.
And the South Tower is just like a regular hotel. You can, make reservations and check in. You don't have to have a timeshare.
Right, exactly.
And do they share the same swimming pool? I think they do.
Yeah, they do. The same swimming pool, the same hot tub, the same bar, outdoor bar.
Right.
The same children's water park.
Right.
The same lazy river.
There you go. My favorite part is the lazy river.
Yeah, it's really, really beautiful.
Now, when we went there yesterday, it was empty, which was kind of cool to see it empty.
Well, the outside, yeah.
Yeah,
there were a lot of people staying there, but...
No, I'm talking about the lazy river.
Oh, the lazy river, empty.
There was
okay.
no water in the lazy river.
No, they're repairing it.
Right, but it is fun. It's not a large lazy river. It's just a small one. But hey, you're just going to go around loop-de-loop and sitting in your tube and
Sure.
drinking your mint juleps.
That's right. See, that was the outdoor bar.
Yeah. Right. All right, so here's how you get downstairs to the sand, to the beach.
And everybody gets a bracelet with your code on it,
Right.
because you cannot enter or exit without the code,
Right.
because this is for the guests.
Right.
The Wyndham Ocean Walk Resort.
And P.S., there's also an indoor swimming pool, which we didn't show you. It's not on the video, but
Yeah.
it looks nice. And
It does.
I don't know, would you be able to swim there at night? Like, if you got up at 1 a.m, I'm going for a swim.
I don't see why not.
I wonder
I mean,
if they
you'd
let
have
you.
to ask, the concierge if you could, but
Concierge.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
That's your home away from home.
That's right.
Sure.
That's right. It looks like, and so Mike and Colleen are Robin's cousins, and you'll see them in here. You'll also see Robin, and you'll see Robin's mom.
Yep.
That's the hotel there, looking up at it from.
Yeah. Both towers, they're right there.
Yeah, that was the south, and there's the north. I'm not aiming at it. but-
Yeah. And this is the boardwalk. The boardwalk has had a lot of renovations over the decades, and now this is the way it looks now.
Yeah. And we have a big history. We go back to the 70s. Like even before that, before I lived here,
Oh, yeah.
my family would visit Florida, and
Mine too, in the 1960s.
right. So as children, we didn't know each other, but we were here.
And my aunts and uncles from Wisconsin, they would drive all the way down here. It took them 3 weeks because there weren't any turnpikes or, fast roads or anything. And they were here in the 50s.
I wonder if I ever saw
the
you
40s.
on the beach in a bikini.
Probably not.
Why?
Way back when.
I can dream, can I? What's the matter?
Sure. Oh, look at the cute little dog.
Yeah, let's look at dogs. Let's look at dogs. Let's get my mind out of the...
Yeah.
It's not the gutter. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. What's cool about Daytona Beach is that's where they had the first car races.
That's where it started.
We're
yeah.
on the beach.
Well,
It all started there, yeah.
in that area, the first car races.
Right,
yeah.
right, exactly.
They used to, I think, I'm not an expert on this, but I think they raced on the beach and then up to the street and then back onto the beach.
Yes,
I think they made a big loop.
And you can see the sand is really packed. In this particular area of beach, you cannot drive on it. There
Right.
are other areas that are designated for driving on it.
And we used to be able to drive on this, and I guess when we were younger, it just seemed like a cool thing to be able to drive on the beach. And now that we're older, it's almost like they catered to us. We were young, you could drive. When we're old now, can't drive, and both times it feels like the right thing to do.
Oh, sure. And I know when my children were little, when they were just babies, I brought them here. You could still drive on the entire stretch of beach from Ormond Beach to Daytona Beach.
Yeah.
And it was kind of hairy because you had to look out for traffic. You couldn't just let you can't let your child run anyway, but you have to pay attention to everything. And I think the drivers were getting a little bit careless, so they shut down certain parts of Daytona Beach and certain parts of Ormond Beach. You can still drive on a few parts, but not like it was.
Yeah. The one thing about the ocean is constant. It's always looking like that. It could be stormy, but you know what I mean. It's always there. But the beach itself is not constant. And what I mean by that is, this is January, so in about a month you'll start to see the college kids showing up for their spring breaks, and that'll be
and the high schoolers too come down.
The young people, yeah, and that'll last until about Easter or so. And then you have the families coming down for vacations from everywhere in the country
and throughout the world.
Yeah. And then you have the bikers in October. You have what do you call it, Biketoberfest? And when is the other?
February, Bike Week.
Oh, really? It's coming up.
Yeah, because Daytona 500 is first, and then Bike Week. But right now the races are going on right now too. I think it's called the Rolex right now. So, but the Daytona 500 is the first thing of that particular series, and that's the first race of that series.
By the way, the Speedway is not too far from the beach. This is a very short drive, and it's huge. I don't know how many people it can hold. I'm going to say 100,000. Do you think it's more than that?
I think so, because they did add on.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a gigantic speedway. It's unbelievable how big it is.
Yeah, and everything is out in the elements too. So there have been times when it's poured and people have left the stands and they tried to stay dry under the stands, but it's pretty difficult when they call a race for rain.
So if you're wondering, if you're talking to the screen and saying, "Hey Robin, and hey Larry, have you ever been to one of those races?" The answer for me is no.
And me too is no.
Never been to one of them.
No, I've been past the speedway.
I used to hear it.
Yeah.
I used to hear it. I'd be over there a lot, and I could hear it in the distance.
Yeah, because you visited your friends over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is really nice. The sand is really, really packed. As you can see, the tide is going out now. But when the tide comes in, the lifeguard stand is actually up, elevated from the sand onto the concrete boardwalk, because when the tide comes in, it's going to go all the way up to the embankment there. And they're still repairing from the hurricane we had last year. A lot of those wooden steps, if you see them in this video, were all destroyed. And the concrete steps were destroyed. The concrete embankment was destroyed. So they've done a really good job repairing it all.
You mentioned yesterday when we were walking on the beach.
See right there underneath.
Yeah.
You can see they're still repairing underneath the patio deck.
By the way, that
one hotel.
That hotel right there has an infinity pool.
Yeah.
One of those swimming pools where there's like a waterfall at the edge of it.
I've never seen one except in the movies.
Yeah.
So this was a treat.
Yeah, we'll have to stay there one day.
Yeah.
But anyway, you were mentioning yesterday on the beach the difference between the West Coast, meaning Clearwater, etc., and the East Coast. And go ahead and say that again.
Oh, yeah, because here you might see a few shells in Daytona Beach, but if you're a shell hunter, you need to go to the West Coast of Florida, like Sanibel Island, Clearwater Beach, St. Petersburg Beach, Indian Rocks Beach, because there you'll see a lot of unique shells. You'll see conchs, you'll see mussels, you'll see starfish, sand dollars, things like that. But for some reason, they're not here on the East Coast.
The one thing that I used to find all the time, but I never knew what it was the shark egg. Remember we found that article on shark eggs?
Oh yeah, that was pretty neat.
They don't all look the same, but look them up. If you're listening and you got your Google close by, just look it up. Shark eggs. Look what they look like. They do not look like chicken eggs. They look like purse. In fact, I think they're called mermaids' purses in some slang.
Yep, mermaids' purses. Yeah. And here, this was a treat, because this is like a big pipe that was going from that hotel that you just saw that's being renovated to the ocean, and there was this huge caterpillar-like machine with a huge boom on it, and it would, make its way out to the ocean and pick up part of the pipe, bring it back in, and then take another pipe and put it out there.
Yeah.
So the construction guys were using that salt water for something.
Yeah, they were
for
using
some
it.
kind of repair, which was pretty amazing.
Yeah,
because we've never seen that before on all of our years of being there, decades of being there.
Yeah, absolutely never saw it. I'll tell you the truth. This is January. The date of this video is January 24th. Yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see it's empty. It's not very, very busy, but it was just enjoyable. When I was a kid, I lived 8 miles from the beach on Long Island, and I went to the beach in the winter sometimes just because.
Oh, sure.
And it was always
Me
magical.
too.
It was always like meditative, just walking on the beach and.
Well, I lived in Wisconsin, and there was snow and ice. There was frozen parts, and it was just so nice because it was Lake Michigan. Yeah, so nice.
Does Lake Michigan have waves?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they're deadly. There's a lot of ships. Well, the Edmund Fitzgerald sunk all,
But I mean, do they have waves
and everything.
like surfers could ride?
I don't think so.
Or is it more like the Gulf Coast here in Florida?
I think it's probably more like the Gulf Coast. There are some waves if there's a really big storm. Then there are those deadly waves out there. But it's mostly, the nice, soothing, swishing back and forth. Yeah, it's my cousin Mike.
This is when you and Mike went out to see the temperature of the water.
Yeah.
You just gave it a test.
Well, yeah, we were debating whether we should go swimming or not. And we had gone out there and put our feet in it, and Mike said, this is as cold as Lake Michigan. It was really cold. It was really cold. But there were paddle boarders out there. There were children with their parents in the swimming out there. We didn't see any shrimp boats or anything. Usually way back there by the horizon, you could see some shrimp boats, but there weren't even any big boats out there yesterday.
Yeah, usually there's some boat, some kind of a ship or something, right?
And the boardwalk has evolved so much. I mean, where all these huge high-rises are, they're all individual homes and houses.
Back when we were younger, yeah.
And then the boardwalk had like tiny shops. They had an arcade. They had restaurants, stuff like that. During Bike Week, there was no Biketoberfest back then in the 70s and 80s. During Bike Week, that's where they would have the motorcycle show was on that, boardwalk and everything. They had a big band shell there, which they still have. Yeah. With entertainment. And so there's my mom right there.
That's your mom.
And
tomorrow's her birthday.
Yes, it's her birthday. We're all happy. And so even the boardwalk has made a lot of changes. They've, mowed everything, all those businesses down and things, and all the high rises are up, and you still can walk on the boardwalk and bicycle on it. You bicycle on the beach. Really nice.
Yeah, and I love some of the electric bicycles that we saw yesterday were on the beach, and I think you can rent them somewhere along the beach.
Yeah, because when this is really hopping with tourists, because right now it's not really tourist season. Oh, there I am. There's my cousin Mike. It's not really tourist season right now, but then they've got, Bob's umbrellas. They've got Bob's chairs. That's what's on there. They've got ice cream vendor on the beach that travel back and forth. And then you can rent mini bikes. You can rent motorcycles. You can rent those little 3-wheel cars with the flags on them.
Yeah.
And actually take them on the street because they're street legal. So it's really, really a hopping place.
So it does cost if you're going to drive on the beach. If you're going to park in the parking garage, I think that's free, isn't it? Isn't the parking garage free?
At the Wyndham Resort?
Not the Wyndham, but at the parking garage across the street. When you walk across that little footwalk.
Yeah.
Is that free to park over there? I can't remember.
I can't remember, but you can park right there at the parking garage, which is only a couple blocks away from the Wyndham.
Yeah, literally like 2 blocks.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It has a nice catwalk over the road. You don't have to cross the street.
Right.
And that's where all the different shops and things are inside this time.
Yeah.
And there is a really, really nice parking area between Ormond and Daytona Beach, between those high rises. It's free to park there. They've got a nice area for the children to play. You can, take your coolers and whatever you want to down the beach. You
Right.
park for free. Really nice. They have restrooms, snack bar. Pretty neat.
Yeah, if you look back on our channel, you'll see I walked around on that beach one time and showed the street. By the way, you're only 1 block away from A1A.
Yeah.
If where we're standing in this video, it's just a block to the right. You'll be walking on one of the most famous roads in Florida.
Yeah, that's the most happening road for Bike Week, Biketoberfest, the races, everything. That is crowded.
You could take that all the way down, and I don't know how far it goes, but one of the places is the Space Center, the Kennedy Space Center.
In Titusville, sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really nice. But we've seen a lot of changes on Daytona Beach, but the thing that doesn't change is the happiness and the smiles of the people that come there.
That's
and
right.
Just play in the water.
That's right.
And sunbathe and everything.
Yeah, we got older, but the people on the beach didn't get older.
Yeah.
They stayed young, like that lady right there walking to the left.
Exactly. No, and people do saltwater fishing there too. They bring their saltwater poles and they stand there by the edge of the surf and they cast out and they do catch things.
Yeah.
And so it's really it's a very nice area. And when the waves are really, really good from storms, we see a lot of surfers out there.
It was a fun day yesterday. I think probably one of my favorite things is sitting on the beach and watching people. And the people who got my attention yesterday were the kids. There was some kids out there digging in the sand and just having fun like kids do in the water, the shallow water.
Oh yeah. And a fun thing that you did yesterday, you skipped a rock.
I did.
15 skips.
I did.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I missed it, but you walked out to the waves there and you skipped a rock.
I found a flat rock and I said this would be perfect for skipping, and I hadn't done that since, gosh, forever.
Well, you're a perfect rock skipper, though. You haven't lost your touch.
I did really good yesterday, absolutely, but no, I have kind of lost my touch because when I've tried, like, we went camping and we were near a body of water, and I tried skipping some stones and they were like just plunk.
Yeah.
But the one yesterday, oh my gosh, I wish I had recorded it. It was epic.
Yeah, that was great. Well, next time.
Next time, baby.
Next time, we'll see if you can do it again and beat your record of 15 skips.
But it might have been more than 15.
Oh, yeah.
Here's how it goes. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you can't count because it's so fast.
Oh,
but
nice.
I'm pretty sure it went over 15.
Nice.
Just kept skipping and skipping.
All of the beaches on Florida's coast, east, west, and south, are really wonderful. There are some beaches that allow dogs. So if you have a dog, check out the beach you're visiting, see if they allow dogs or not. And that way everything will be cool and things like that. You'll be following the rules. And it's really, really nice.
Well, thank you for coming along with us on our walk down the beach and our somewhat of a memory spoken bar. Just kind of talking here.
Oh, it's okay. We're sharing with everybody.
Just kinda
Look
sharing.
at that. They're just playing so nice.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And again, the name of the hotel or the timeshare is called Wyndham
Ocean Walk
Ocean
Resort, and it's the other hotel. It's a hotel on one side
Right.
and timeshare on the other side.
All right, so we're going to stop and let the last few pieces of this video be ASMR.
Okay.
Audio, never mind, because we're almost up to the end. All right, kids, take care, be good.
Don't forget to write.
Remember,
Writing's very important.
and the world
Spins fine.
on her own.
Yeah, it does. Have fun. God bless you all.
I think from here down you can see the wall. This is all a boardwalk up on top here, all the way down to the pier.
Yeah, because Ellen and I, we walked
Go ahead.
to the